Guys, so today we are going to look at Second Chronicles and First Kings, where we see the beginning of Solomon's reign. And it says in verse 1 of Second Chronicles that Solomon, the son of David, established himself in his kingdom, and the Lord his God was with him and made him exceedingly great. And so we see that the presence of the Lord, as we've seen several times in the past, the presence of the Lord is what made Solomon such a great man and what made him such a successful king, right? And so we go down to verse 12. He had asked the Lord for wisdom, right? And so God comes to him in a dream and says, I will give you anything, ask and it'll be yours. And he asks for wisdom to rule his people well. And God says that this is a great request, and I'm very happy that you asked for this. And so not only will I give you wisdom and knowledge, verse 12 says, wisdom and knowledge are granted to you. I will also give you riches, possessions, and honor, such as none of the kings who were before you, and none after you shall have the like. And so it's just amazing to see this such generosity from God, right? And so he does end up having the most successful kingdom of any king in Israel in their history. But what we also see in 1 Kings 4:25 is that during his reign, every man of Judah and Israel sat under his own vine and fig tree. And this is it's an illustration of the immaculate wealth and abundance of his kingdom. And we see in Micah 4 and Zechariah 3 that the prophets pick up this idea to describe the Messianic king, that his kingdom will be a kingdom of abundance and prosperity and righteousness. And it says in Psalm 2 that the Lord, God is saying, ask of me and I will give you the nations as your inheritance. So he tells, Solomon, ask of me and I will give you wisdom and knowledge and riches. But to the Messianic king, to Jesus, he promises to give everything. Literally the entire world is going to be his. And so we see a much greater king even than Solomon in King Jesus, and he is going to be our king whether we like it or not, right? And so we should choose to worship him. We should choose to obey him and to serve him and to come under his submission, because his kingdom is a kingdom of prosperity and abundance. Even now in many ways we see it, but not in the ways that we may want or desire, because we still live in a fallen and broken world. But he's promised that he's going to come back and he's going to change all of that. He's going to bring us home, and he's going to create a new world, the new heavens, a new earth, a new creation full of his abundance and righteousness forever, a kingdom that will never fall, will never perish, will never get a new re-election, and no one will ever cry or be in pain ever again. Amen.